If you are a content creator, whether that be Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, clearly this is the perfect time to just push out all the content that you have. Excuse me. Welcome back to my channel, and shout out to all my first timers. Welcome. So I know I have a lot of either aspiring models or professional models on my page watching my videos, so I thought I'd come on here to give you all 10 quick tips on how you can be the most productive in this time as an aspiring model or as a working model. Things that you can be doing to, keep yourself running on 10 during this downtime, during this time that we're self-quarantining. So let's jump right into it. Tip number 1, this is the easiest thing on this list, I think. Even if you're not a model, even if you're not an aspiring model, I think this is something that we all should be participating in, and that is self-care, obviously. So whether that be within your skincare routine, like doing mask every other day, exfoliating, whether that be taking care of your hair, trimming your ends yourself since the salons are closed, deep conditioning your hair. You just want to keep yourself looking good so that when we do return to a normal schedule, like your skin's not breaking out, your hair's not falling out, you don't want to fall apart during this downtime. So you want to make sure you're still looking good, because when you look good, you feel good. Make sure you're eating right, exercising, whatever self-care looks like to you, writing, journaling, any of that, make sure you're maintaining that. I know this can be a depressing time for a lot of people, so self-care is super important in maintaining your sanity. Tip number 2, you can use this time to take fresh digitals of yourself. If you're unfamiliar with what digitals are, they are just clean, quick snapshots of what you look like. These will be used to send to casting directors, to agencies, basically using it to show people what you look like to determine if they could use you for their agency or if they could use you for the role. I will insert some photos of what your digital should look like, but if you have a ring light stand or any stand for your phone, you can just put your phone in there and then use either the self timer on your phone, or I use this little automatic clicker thing, so you just turn it on and it connects to the Bluetooth on your phone and you just snap. So yeah, that's what you can do. You want to make sure it's in good lighting. Natural light is the best light, so if you have any open windows in your home, that's the best way to do it. You want to make sure your entire face is illuminated so they can see all of your beautiful features. You want to make sure you get headshot, quarter length, and then full body, and take the photos in a complete 360. It should take you no more than 15-20 minutes. And make sure you're wearing minimal makeup because they want to see you pretty much in your natural state. Definitely use this time to take some updated digitals. Tip number 3, this is also the perfect time to apply to as many agencies as you can. If you're on social media and you follow a lot of modeling agencies, you'll see that a lot of them have been doing digital castings anyway. They're currently looking for fresh faces, and it's rare that agencies will publicize when they're looking for fresh faces. A lot of times they just have it on their website and you just go throughout the year whenever you want to apply. But now that the offices are closed and they have nothing else better to do because a lot of the productions are closed as well, so they're not booking models as much, it's the perfect time to sort through all of your images and decide who would be fit for the agency. After you take your fresh digitals, send them out to agencies. You can apply either via their website. A lot of them will have an application tab on their page and you just submit through there. Some will take submissions via Instagram, so you'll post your digitals on your page and tag the agency, or you can send your digitals directly to their DM. Some agencies, if they don't have their application on their website, they will have an email address that you can send your photos to. During this time, a little side tip: when you take your digitals, take your measurements as well. Your bust, your waist, your hips, those are the key ones. Make sure you know your dress size and your shoe size, obviously. And yeah, send in your digitals to the agency. Tip number 4, along with submitting to actual agencies, this is also a great time to search for online submissions. Although a lot of productions are closed, there have still been a lot of online castings for virtual shoots, if that makes sense. So a lot of photographers are being creative and booking models to shoot via FaceTime, via Zoom. Casting directors are working on like quarantine stories or what have you been doing during this quarantine? So they've been looking for people like essential workers, nurses, doctors, anyone impacted by the coronavirus. They've been looking for those people to tell their stories, and they will pay you for it. So this is the perfect time to just kind of see where you land on the internet. Just search New York castings or North Carolina castings or California castings, and you just never know what you'll find, because even though the productions aren't like in person now, they could be casting for something 2 months from now. So you just want to make sure you're on the roll and one of the first people to see the casting so that you can get your submission in. Tip number 5, this is a great time to start reading. I recently picked back up on my habit of reading, and I absolutely love it. This is a great time to read books about fashion, books about the modeling industry. I recently just finished a book by Nigel Barker. It's called Models of Influence. Just search for books on fashion, books on photography. Coco Rocha has a book on all the crazy poses that she does. So yeah, just see if you can find a book on that. Even if it's not in regard to modeling, reading is great. They say knowledge is power, so what better time to start than now? Tip number 6 is to create a vision board, whether that be like a hard copy vision board or you create something like in an app, but you don't want to lose sight of your goals for the year. Just because we've been shut out in our rooms for like a month, you still want to make sure that you have your goals at the forefront of your mind, and a lot of times creating vision boards is a prime way to do that. So list out the agencies that you want to be represented by, list out the brands that you want to work for, list out how much money you want to make by the end of the year. So make sure you list out, like physically list out all of these goals that you have and put it somewhere in your room, in your home, that you're going to see it every single day so you can be reminded of your goals. And when life does pick back up, you can hit those goals hard. Tip number 7, I think, if you are a content creator, whether that be Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, clearly this is the perfect time to just push out all the content that you have. Excuse me. I know Gary V, that guy that's like all over everywhere, he recommends posting every single day on Instagram, even sometimes multiple times a day. Posting consistently is what is going to get your face out there. Consistency will create habits. Consistency will create habits. So if you're using this time to constantly push out content, even after the quarantine is over, you're going to be in the habit of releasing a video every week or posting a photo every day. So yeah, just create that habit now. Tip number 8, if you don't already have a modeling or acting resume, now is the time to create one. If you don't have any experience at all, just create an outline and it'll be easy for you to add stuff once you do start booking jobs after the quarantine. And I will show you guys an example of how your resume could look. Tip number 9, you can use this time to create a website for yourself. A lot of times when you're submitting to agencies and you're submitting to online castings, they will ask you to send them your portfolio. So you can do that via like a Google Drive link or WeTransfer link, but it's also really cool if you already have a website set up and you can just send them the link to your website and also include like different snippets of your personality and stuff like that, just so they can get more than just a couple of photos. So I personally use a portfolio box. I think you get maybe like up to 30 photos to upload on the entire site. But if you pay like $7.99 a month, I believe, you can upload unlimited photos. I have different tabs on my page. So like I have an about me page, then I have my portfolio, I have my digitals, I have a blog on there as well. So if I were to send that to an agent, they would be able to pretty much know way more about me, as opposed to if I just sent like a couple of photos or if I sent like a Google Drive link. So yeah, the website is super easy to create. It's very self-explanatory. It doesn't even have to be just surrounding modeling. If you're a writer, create a website for all of your blogs, all of your short stories, all of your diary intros or whatever. I don't know. It's like a one-stop shop to who you are, what you represent. Tip number 10. This is one that I personally have been struggling with during this quarantine, but I wanted to put it in there because I think it's so important that we as models, or to my aspiring models out there, find a skill outside of modeling that you can learn and perfect and make money from. This downtime for models, at least for me, has made me realize how I really put modeling on a pedestal, and that's what my mind was surrounding like 24/7. And so now that modeling has kind of been taken away from me in a sense, because we're not booking any work because productions are shut down, it's like, okay, well, what else do I have? So that's why I think this tip is probably the biggest of them all. You really want to hone in on your personal skills, maybe even learn a new skill, and yeah, build off that. You want to have something on the side outside of modeling so that when modeling falls short, you always have something else to fall back on, because you know, modeling may not always be there. Turn your hobbies into things that make you money. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope you all are staying as sane as you can in this time. I'm praying that this is the last month of this, even though I understand, you know, why we have to do it, but I have been trying not to drive myself insane, and I've been trying to find ways to occupy my time, and some days are better than others. Let me know how you guys are doing in the comments section below, and let me know if you've already tried any of the things that I listed in this video. I'm super interested to learn what you guys have been doing during this. Maybe something that I can incorporate into my daily routine. So if you have anything else, any other tips that I have not included in this video, even outside of pursuing modeling, please comment down below so that I can help myself and we can help each other. Yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful and insightful, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.